Welcome to a new video, everybody. As you can see by the title and by the thumbnail and on your screen right now, we've got Lethal Leigh Wood. How are you, mate?
I'm all right, mate. I'm all right. I'm a little homesick, like I said. Tired, hungry, making weight. It's all going to be worth it, you know. It's just a short period of time. It's part of the sacrifice I have to make.
Yeah, and no doubt you'll smash it on 31st.
I'm coming for it.
First of all, first question, we'll start off with, how's the camp gone? Is it like, where is it compared to previous camps?
Yeah, gone really well. I did a big spar tonight. Everything's clicking. We have obviously each fight is different, how you approach it, the game plans and that. And I have to trust Ben. Last camp I was only with Ben for 6-7 weeks, so it was all like, whoa, I need to put a lot of trust in someone I don't really know. And some days I was coming out sparring, and I was so angry and upset. And he said, "You need to trust me. You need to do this. You need to do this." And then I did it, and it worked. And I got a performance. Same with this fight. Got a game plan. Trust him 100%. It's working with sparring partners what I need to do, implementing it, and everything's going really well.
Good. It's good to hear from, because obviously a lot of fighters a lot of times say like training camp's gone bad, and obviously it's never going to be a perfect training camp, but you want it to be as perfect as possible.
That's it. It's hard, and if it wasn't hard, I'd be asking myself why. So
yeah,
it's part of it.
Now, obviously, your opponent, to the boxing just average, nobody will really know who he is. Maybe to the boxing purists, he's a lot more well known. But what do you know about him going in there, like his strengths, weaknesses, and?
Yep. So Kanzu from China, his strengths are volume, punches in bunches, and he throws a lot of them. I think he's got the record for punches thrown over 12 rounds. So if you don't get into his stride and let him do what he's good at, you're in for a very hard, long, difficult night. So yeah. At the same time, it's a great clash of styles with myself, who, as you know, I'm a big puncher. So as you're throwing a lot of punches, your hands aren't by your chin, which leaves open. So yeah, it's going to be exciting. It's going to be a great clash of styles. So make sure you're tuning in.
I definitely will be. What's your one then? What's your fight prediction? How do you think it's going to go? Do you think you'll get the stoppage?
I'm not too sure. I always say this before a fight. I never say I'm going to definitely knock him out, but how I'm feeling, how strong I'm feeling, I'm struggling to see him when I'm making him clean to come through it. But you know, he is tough, and this is a massive jump in levels for me. It's not a British title level, you know.
Yeah.
It's world level. But I think eventually it's accumulation. I think it might get to maybe the stretch. He may stay on his feet, and you know, I could win on points, and a lot of people don't think I can win on points. But it all depends. It's all down to him how the fight ends. I think if he's got a lot of grit, and you know, we'll see.
Just regarding your power there, you said obviously you've got power and we can see it. But I actually seen an interview from Ben the other day, and he said pound for pound, for someone who's held pads for, you hit the hardest. And it's just it's crazy to think that.
Yeah, he said this before my last fight for the British title fight, and he said it came out and what he said about me being pound for pound biggest puncher, and I think people thought, why is he saying that now? Why has no one else said it? So he must be saying it so Reece Mould don't rush in and try and overwhelm me, or don't press me, or they want that at all. And just the truth. And you see in the fourth round, I just put them together. And he went really quick, and then obviously got back on his feet. I took my time and then stopped him in the ninth. Yeah, a lot of coaches have said that over the years, you know, freakishly hard, but there's more to boxing than punching hard. You need to be smart and calculate and set shots up as well.
And this is a question a lot of Forest fans will want to know, is if you get through on the 31st of July, which the whole of Nottingham will be backing you to do, is the next fight at the City Ground?
I'd love it to be. The thing is, I think to be at the City Ground, it has to be a summer fight.
Yeah.
That would mean before Forest's first game. That's not going to happen by the looks of it. Maybe we can talk to him. Maybe we could do it on an international break if we time it right, which would be brilliant if we can.
Yeah.
If not, it would be next summer. So I would fight again before then. But look, I've put it on my to-do list. You know, last year I said there's 3 things I want to do in my career. You know, win the British title, box ticked, fight for and hopefully win a world title. I'm this close. And then the last thing I want to do is be the first person to headline at the City Ground. And I fully believe it's going to happen.
What's your relationship like with the club? Like, have they had the conversation with you about it and things like that, or?
Yep. Every time I go down to the club, I speak to the groundsman. I speak to quite a few people at the club. I got a very good relationship with them, and they get behind me, I get behind them. Do my bits for it's like sport helping sport. And he mentioned before this, we had the meeting about the stand, and we mentioned about the grass, and pretty much from this summer is the time to do it. So I think it's an all go from them. We just got to time it right.
Honestly, it will be a mad event if it happens. Hopefully, like you said, it happens next summer if we can get it all sorted. But this was a question someone actually asked on Twitter. I think you liked it as well. Any boxing featherweight over history, past or present, doesn't matter whether it's a big name or anything, who would you like to fight? It doesn't matter if it matches up to your style and you'll beat him, or just somebody who's got a big name who you'd love to get in the ring with.
I'm going to say in his prime, Eric Morales, because I used to watch him as a kid religiously at the time. I got the DVDs as repeat. So nice to try to like gauge where I'm at against him. It is best. So yeah, I think that's the one I'll pick.
And the second part to that one was, what's your career highlight so far? I'm guessing it would be you winning your British title.
It's a toss-up between the British title and the Nottingham Arena fight, which I'd love to go back to. So it's between them two. I'll probably steer towards the British title fight, even though there's no fans. The atmosphere in Nottingham was electric. So
yeah,
for it depends what you're looking at. As a performance, British title, as the atmosphere and the whole night, not the whole night. Something bad happened that night with my friend, but actually when I came out, the atmosphere and that was brilliant. So I'll probably say not that.
Right, we'll leave boxing to the side for a bit then. I know you've for the last however many weeks and for the next 10 days or so, you'll just be purely focused on boxing. We'll skip over to Forest.
So many of these meetings to do, lunch and dinner for the next 4 or 5 days, and then I've got my presser next week and all media stuff. But I don't mind; it's part of the job. So
yeah. Right, we'll come on to Forest then. First of all, what's the first Forest memory that sticks with you?
First Forest memory. When I was at like primary school, I had a Forest bag. Going to the game with Grandad. I think Pierre Van Hooydonk was around at the club back then. He was a player that was like, I think he came on loan. I think short spell, and like everyone said, "Who's your favorite player?" Like, obviously, like people say Pearce and all that, but I think at the time I just remember running around and screaming his name. So.
And obviously, since that moment, you've got to have like a favourite Forest memory. What would that be?
Favourite Forest memory, beating Arsenal in the cup. So, to be honest, a lot of people would ask me this. There was a game probably 3 or 4 years ago when we wanted to stay up. I sat Sombalongo back to goal.
Yeah,
I was on our phones like, "What's happening?" And we ran on the pitch after, like we just won the league. But that was a great day. The summer's out, and happy to stay up. But it's our time now. It's our time to go up. We've had long enough in the Championship, and I think we need to really believe in ourselves. I think a lot of the team and the staff or the players, like, they want to go up, but they need to believe they can go up. They need to believe they're good enough.
I totally agree. Over the past so many seasons, it's just, you can see it on the pitch that the players have got the quality to do it. It's just mentally, I don't think they're strong enough at times. They don't think we're going to get through this. We're going to keep going, and we'll eventually do it. I mean, obviously Sabra's season when we finished 7th, for a long period of that season, it did look like the players believed that we were going to do
it. Incredible. And obviously Christian's come in and had to take over from his team what he's built, so he's had an hard job. But I think he's doing great, and I think we need to give a manager more time, because in the in and out thing is no good for no one. So hopefully this year, can see a few things. I haven't watched the games, but been keeping up on the off season, the pre-season games. I've seen that belt from Myton. Taylor's goal. So it's looking good. I'm looking forward to coming down there, and hopefully we win a goal.
But I'd say when you do come down to the ground, where do you like sitting? Have you got a season ticket or?
No, I ain't got a season. Well, I've got a lot of sponsors at the ground as well. A lot of
Yeah.
friends who got boxers. But I like to be in the stands, to be honest, mate. I used to be a Lower Bridgeford for a long time. I know a
Yeah.
lot of people from my area getting in corner. It's very noisy down there. And obviously, when I take my kids, I go to the family stand.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm in the Lower Clough at the minute. I've had a season ticket there for God 11, 12 years or so, and I'm debating whether to go into the new stand when it's built or not. It does look nice off the pictures.
When they're going to complete that by?
I've not got a clue. I'm hoping they're going to start on it next summer, but who knows? Leading on to the seasons, this season coming, where do you think we'll finish with obviously the right transfers and sticking by Houghton, like you've already said?
I always say this, but for Forest to finish below top 10 is fairly embarrassing, I think.
Yeah.
So without a shadow of a doubt, top 10, but we need to get automatic. I think we've had a few seasons where we've been all right. We've done well. We've had spells where we've looked one of the top few teams in the championship. So if we can take off from there, I can't see why we can't go up. I really can't.
I agree.
Players have a good spell, and then with COVID, well, we had players like Grammond was on fire.
Yeah.
Lolly was doing well. Then obviously, COVID hit. But I think now the crowds are back. We're going to pick back up from where we left off. And we're going to go automatic promotion.
You're going automatic?
Automatic promotion. Because I don't know if it's been, I'm just saying that so I don't have to worry about the playoffs, but no, I think we're good enough. I think we're good enough to.
Yeah. So you think the team's good enough? You think Houghton is the man that we, in my opinion, what happened with Sabri in that situation, I think out of the market that was there, Houghton was the bang on man to come in and fix it. Like you said, he had a tough job coming in and taking that team on.
Well, he's picked up pretty much a whole team, what Mucci built for a certain style of play. So his vision of the team is going to be completely different to his vision of what he wants and how he wants to play football. Under the circumstances, I think he's done very well. And obviously now he's got a bit more play with players. I'm not seeing all the signs, but you know, I'm confident in his choices, and I really do think we're going to do well.
Yeah, I agree. Now, this is the last question, just a little one. Out of the players that we've got at the minute, or the players that have come back, like your Johnsons and that lot, who are you most looking forward to? And who do you think can be like the driving force going forward?
The last few years, the last year, watching Taylor, he's had spells of greatness. And I think this season he's going to turn it up a bit. And I'm hoping Grabban gets back on form as well.
Yeah.
So them two there, I think, are going to be key this season. And I think as well, I said it a long time ago, give Martin more time, stop bringing him on for 10 minutes here and there. And I think Martin, like he's proved in these pre-seasons, that he's capable now. You know, he's on the first team now, and I'd like to see him get more time as well. If not whole games, bring him on for the last like 40 minutes and give a big injection of pace.
Yep, I totally agree. Leigh, thank you for your time. I know you've had a busy week, and over the next 10 days or so, it will get even busier, but I appreciate it, mate.
Right, thanks for having me, mate, and I'll see you down the ground soon.
Hopefully, mate. Just to let you know, guys, Leigh is going to give something away. I'm not going to tell what it is, but I'll just keep a look on my social medias. Leigh will probably promote it as well, and we'll give it to one of you guys.
That's it. And whoever wins, let me know, and I'll send it out to him straight away.
Yeah, perfect, mate. Thank you, Leigh.
Cheers, mate.